The eyes play a very important role in the way we end up looking. Eyes and eyelids are what human beings see when they look at each other, and therefore eyes have a way of changing the way the entire face looks. Now, when we think of the Asian population, we realize that they have different eye shapes compared to other Asian Indians and the Caucasian population. Generally, these populations have what we call as a single eyelid, which means that there is no eyelid crease, and this lack of an eyelid crease gives them a particular appearance. The objective of any cosmetic surgery is to make people look like better versions of themselves. The objective is not to change their ethnicity. So when we perform Asian blepharoplasty or double eyelid surgery, in which we are performing a surgery to create an eyelid crease by removing a part of the skin and muscle, the objective must always be to make these individuals look like better versions of themselves and not necessarily look like some other ethnicity. Let us look at our 28-year-old patient. This is a very interesting patient because he actually works for one of the Indian armed forces, and yet he wants his particular eyelids to look better, clearly demonstrating that eyelid surgery or looking good is not something which is the sole prerogative of only Bollywood stars or celebrities at this moment in time. When we look at this gentleman, we can see that there is no eyelid crease, that the pre-tarsal skin show is minimal, and the upper eyelashes can't really be seen because they are pointing downwards. Having an eyelid crease and a pre-tarsal skin show is very important. It is important in men, and it is important especially in women because it is in the pre-tarsal area that the mascara or the eyeshadow etc. are applied by women. To increase the pre-tarsal show and enhance the show of eyelashes, we decided to perform an Asian blepharoplasty or a double eyelid surgery for our dear patient. The markings in this particular procedure are actually as important as the procedure itself, and so we prefer to perform the skin incision while the patient is awake and while the patient is sitting up. The way to do this is to use the blunt edge of a QC or a earbud in order to create the eyelid crease as is being shown in this photograph. The patient looks at this being done in the mirror and then approves where the new eyelid crease will be created. This ensures against any surprises once the surgery is over. There are multiple ways of making a skin incision, but as my career has gone by, I have preferred to use a monopolar cautery to make the incisions using a postage stamp technique. So you take a monopolar skin cautery and you make repeated punctures into the skin like the edge of a postage stamp, and this skin incision is then deepened with a blade. The usage of the monopolar cautery gives more precision in creating a thin eyelid crease, and then it also ensures that once the blade is used, there's no bleeding. Now, this entire thing is deepened right through the skin to the orbicularis oculi layer. Removing a bit of the orbicularis oculi becomes very important. We must deepen the crease so much that we remove a central trench of orbicularis oculi muscle. It should only be a small central trench and not a very deep trench, because otherwise there can be problems with the eyelid closure and there can be lag of thalamus because of the removal of too much orbicularis oculi muscle. Also, we tend to overlay the lid and open the lid and see if there is any excess skin. And if there is any excess skin, we also remove a small amount of skin. Please note, unlike a traditional blepharoplasty in older individuals, the important thing is to remove very little amount of skin in an Asian blepharoplasty, as these patients are younger and the objective of surgery is not to remove skin. Too much skin removal will actually cause lag of thalamus and problems post the surgery. Once the hemostasis has been achieved, with the 5-0 vicryl suture, we take interrupted sutures. These are taken from the skin to the orbicularis, and then a bite of the LPS aponeurosis is taken, and then the muscle, the skin, the suture is again taken out through the orbicularis oculi, back through the skin, and an inverted mattress suture is taken. These sutures are critically important to make the lid crease dynamic so that the lid crease can disappear when the patient is looking downwards and can become very, very prominent when the patient is trying to look straight or upwards, just like a natural eyelid crease. 3 to 4 such sutures are taken to fix the new eyelid position, and then the skin sutures are taken in place with 6-0-Prolene. A similar procedure was performed on the other upper eyelid as well, trying to ensure that we have complete symmetry between two eyelid creases. The immediate post-op and the post-op of the patient 1 week, which is after suture removal, can be seen. In summary, Asian blepharoplasty surgery hardly takes 20 minutes per eyelid and is done as a day care procedure. The patient can start routine work in a few days. It is a simple, standard and a successful procedure to create the upper eyelid crease and make our patients very happy indeed.